What's going on, guys? Jacob over here coming to you with my reactions to Packers versus Tampa. What a defensive battle in the Florida Heat today. 14-12 the final. Sheesh. Both of these defenses played out of their mind. The Packers early on looked like they were going to steamroll the Bucs, and then the Jones fumble at basically the 1-yard line changed everything for Green Bay's offense. They could hardly get anything going the rest of the game. And the Packers, though, their defense, let me tell you, Aaron Rodgers better buy every single guy on that defense a steak dinner tomorrow night because, damn it, were they amazing. This is the best defensive performance since at least last January in Lambeau against the 49ers. And this time, the Packers offense gets away with looking like shit for half the game. Quite frustrated, actually, by how suddenly things turned for Green Bay's offense after the Jones fumble. It looked like, Rodgers wasn't as confident. He wasn't really making the throws you'd expect him to make. I mean, there was a lot of plays where he just kind of missed an easy decision or made a dumb decision, like, he caught them, for example, he caught them 12 men offsides. Instead of, ripping it to Cobb, who was open down the seam, he kind of rolled to his right and then launched a Hail Mary of a throw that let the Bucs catch up to the ball and intercept it. Of course, it didn't count because of the 12 men, but still. And then I think he had Dobbs open on the 3rd down and 10. On the last Packers possession of the game, minus the kneel down, where he took a sack instead of ripping it to Dobbs, who was open by design on the play. So really, the first half, Rodgers was very decisive, quick to get the ball out of his hands. In the second half, Rodgers was very not confident. And the running game today, only 2.7 yards per carry. After maybe the first drive, the running backs did virtually nothing. And, that's probably more a result of Tampa Bay just having a fantastic defense than anything. But overall, the defense saved us, man. The defense played out of their mind. I would say over the past maybe 4 years or so, that was probably in the top 5 defensive performances I've seen from the Packers in that time span. I mean, yeah, the Bucs didn't have, Julio Jones. They didn't have Mike Evans. They didn't have Godwin. But still, the defense played phenomenal. They dominated the line of scrimmage like they should have. Their front seven was great. That last drive was a little bit strange, seeing Joe Barry play soft zone for some reason. And just letting the Bucs, drive down the field. Literally, Brady had dropped back 1-2. There's a guy open for 10, 12 yards. Run up, do the same thing again. That was that entire drive. And, of course, they ended up scoring, but Devondre Campbell tipping the ball away, showing his athleticism. And the Packers come away with a victory in a very ugly but entertaining defensive slugfest. I mean, I can't lie. That game certainly was entertaining, watching both of these defenses, come out and swing haymakers at each other. They were excellent to watch, especially the Packers. I mean, anytime you hold Tom Brady to 12 points, it's a victory. I mean, it's a win for your defense, I should say. And it certainly increases your chances of winning, that's for sure. So, I don't want to make it sound like I'm frustrated by this win or anything. I'm certainly not. There's just a lot of things that really confused me in that second half from the offense. But a win is a win. That's all that matters. And honestly, if I were to choose if the offense is great or the defense is great, I'd rather have a great defense, because great defenses are what win you games in January and February. So, just a really, really entertaining game today and showed a lot of promise on the defensive side. The Packers have certainly bounced back defensively after the mediocre performance in Minnesota to start the year. That game is really looking more like an aberration than anything for the Packers. I mean, certainly, that defense had a lot of miscues in the first game, but they certainly looked like they've cleaned them up after that first drive, that first touchdown drive against Chicago last week. They've just been absolutely dominant. I mean, Rashawn Gary has looked the part of a defensive player of the year. Quay Walker has looked like a an NFL vet, a Pro Bowl caliber NFL vet. He made a forced fumble, that saved potentially 7 3-points at the end of the half after the Jones fumble. You know, our corners, after Jaire went out, I'm hoping that injury, they said it was his groin. It was early on in the game. I'm hoping that injury was more precautionary than anything, because it was like 89 degrees in Tampa today with a heat index of 98. So it was very, very hot. And of course, when it's hot like that and you have any sort of discomfort, it's probably best to play it safe. And since the Buccaneers were down 3 of their best wide receivers, I'm okay with them, you know, having Jaire sit out for the game. But if we can get him back next week, where do we play? We play back at Lambeau against the Patriots. So the Patriots, I think they lost today. Yeah, they put up 26 points on the Ravens. So that'll be a fun game to watch for sure. Mac Jones versus Rodgers, Belichick versus Rodgers. But going Brady to Belichick, that's always going to be interesting. So anyways, though, this game, you know, did what we needed to do. It was virtually a toss-up. A lot of people probably were picking the Bucs actually to win this one. I said it was a toss-up, and it essentially was. It came down to the final play of the game. The Packers defense stood tall and made the play that they needed to, thanks to Devondre Campbell tipping that ball away. But anyways, guys, that's all I got to say in this video. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Did you guys enjoy this game? Are you worried about the Packers offense going forward? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Go Pack, go!